Hello and welcome to CCRS Season 10. This is, I believe, race, forget. It's race something. I think it's race 4, maybe race 5. But regardless, we are here at Chicago Motor Speedway, not to be confused with Chicagoland. Yeah. So they just finished up qualifying. Let's see, who we got on pole?
I am honestly not sure. If you try to go in the first time and it gives you a penalty, I will clear it, and then I will announce to everyone to be afraid. But I don't think the game actually gives any penalties for it.
But yeah, Gina Bononi on the pole here for tonight. See what we got for the. Gonna have 47 on a tank of fuel. The race is gonna end up being 80 laps, so more than likely, if this stays green, a one-stopper is definitely in the cards. It also does factor in where tires may end up going as well, so it just all kind of depends on where you want to put yourself strategy-wise. But for the most part here, these guys just using up their last little bit of time to just kind of get acclimated to any last little bits of the track they need to after qualifying, and practicing pit stops and such. Getting into this race, I believe Thomas Troxel is the points leader. And we have drop races here, so there's going to be a lot of moving around towards the mid-season and the late season. But holding on to that top point so far in that #1 machine. Just me tonight. I didn't really have anyone else join, which is fine. Roll with it. I believe we got a 14 car grid, something like that. Like I said, a lot of guys just practicing their pit stops to, what is that? What is that? It's I am at a loss for words. This paint scheme is frying me. Holy moly. It's something. An eyesore. Yeah, I think once we get down to the race, there's going to be just a bit more to look at overall. Like I said, 80 laps in the race, 47 on a tank of fuel. So there's wiggle room. Got about a 7-lap area you can mess with on the gas. Like I said, I don't know where tires are going to end up, and I think it's going to depend on how you manage those tires and how you drive the car throughout these runs here as well. Other than that, just waiting for happy hour to end, and then once that has concluded, we will go to the race, and we'll see how that goes. Pretty much everyone just testing their last little things here. Nothing too fancy. Last week they ran it in Bridgehampton. I believe that was won by Neil Gallagher, getting his third ever CCRS win. Not on track right now, but I do believe he will be racing
race
tonight.
time. The rules for the race are: if there is a multi-car wreck, the caution will come
Drivers,
out. If there is not a multi-car wreck, the caution will not come out. When we're about to go green, I'll call quiet zone where nobody can type in chat, and then control where's up to the leader to type green into chat before he crosses the start-finish line.
Alright, as we wait for everybody to grid up, we'll get going here. They get, I believe, one official restart attempt, but, well, it's basically however many we need, essentially. Yeah, there you go, front row. Gina Bononi, TalhaDevYT, row 2, that is going to be Landon Lyle, William Viola. Row 3, it's going to be Joshua Liza Swain and
drivers,
Thomas Troxel.
start your engines.
And next row, we got Neil Gallagher, Garson Muyung. Row after that, Cameron Jamison and Scott Boyden. Nathan Hobbs, Sam Slesarski. And then rounding up, well, I guess there's no rows back here, but they got Brandon Beal, Kenneth Miller, and Crystal Bennett rounding out the field here tonight for the starting grid here at Chicago Motor Speedway. Hang on, this looks way better on 244 hertz. Regardless, pace cars in. They're down the front straightaway. Gina Bononi, TalhaDevYT, your front row here at Chicago Motor Speedway. We are green flag racing. Oh shoot, there's a wall there. I didn't think about that.
You have a couple spins here. We're going to do a restart.
Alright, heard from Bossman. Let's try it again.
Drivers, to your cars. Drivers, start your engines.
Sorry about that. It took me a second to get that organized. We're getting it re-racked up. They're going to try it again. Now my green flag screen's up a little early. My apologies. Threadless pace car is in. Gina Bononi, TalhaDevYT. We're going to try this for attempt number 2. The flagman is waiting, and we are green flag here at Chicago Motor Speedway.
We have one more wreck. This is going to be the final restart. Sorry.
Alright.
Drivers, to your cars.
Alright, well, third time's a charm, am I right? Hopefully, we'll see.
Drivers, start your engines.
I don't know if the monitor actually affects the main thing, but I did get a new monitor. I raised it up to 244 hertz. That was an option I had with it, so I don't know if that improves the overall vision for you guys, but if it does, that's great.
This is the final restart, unless I wreck someone myself. Then it's the second final restart.
Yeah, you heard it from Cam Jam himself. We're getting ready to go green here once again. Thought that camera angle would look a little bit better, but regardless, we are back. Green flag racing here at Chicago Motor Speedway. Lap 1 has been completed. Just 79 more to go. Gino Bononi leads. TalhaDevYT is holding serve there in second place as we got an overtake for fourth. Thomas Troxel has gotten around William Viola. He will make that stick on the exit of turn 4. Here comes Joshua Lizaswain in the 54 Arby's car. Gonna play it a little bit more patiently as you see a lot of these guys slowing into the corner at a very similar rate. I think this is a strategy going in towards just to make sure they have the resources essentially to make it to the end of this run in a decent manner. You see Thomas Troxel, he is not doing much of the saving right now. He is going for third place here on Landon Lyle. Didn't quite have the run on exit of 4, but he's going to try to kind of dive in here a little bit in turn 2. Lyle's ready for it. He actually may go for an overtake of his own on TalhaDevYT for P2. Not going to stick, but the run on the top is going to allow him to clear. As Thomas Troxel, he's going to try that maneuver on the top lane. And he will clear off of turn 4. Here comes William Viola in the 71. He's going to try the bottom here in turn 1. And Talha is just dropping like a rock right now. This appears to be a one-lane track at the moment. Also was a spot to Joshua Lizaswain. He's going to try and actually take that back, maybe? Nope. Fakes him out. Actually going to back up the corner a bit more. Right in front of Garson Millyoung. Back to the front, no changes for the lead as of yet. We have just crossed the line to complete lap 5. Landon Lyle there in second, trying a different line through these corners. Troxel still holding serve in P3. Fourth place William Viola, as he may actually be under pressure from the 54 of Joshua Lizaswain. Not quite going to stick, but hold on. Troxel has a run. Going to kind of dive it in. Lyle also trying to negate that from running a higher entry, but it isn't going to be enough. Thomas Troxel not going to be able to clear here, but he is still side by side down the back straightaway. Lyle able to hold serve in that top lane, get a decent bit of momentum on entry. On exit, still has some, but not enough. I think Troxel's going to have him cleared here, probably in the middle of 2. Sure enough, Thomas Troxel has overtaken for second now. Dropping the 99 of Landon Lyle to third. There's a decent cluster here from third on downward to see 4 or 5. Yeah, the top 5 are kind of close. Is basically what I'm trying to say. But Viola looks like he might be trying to get around that 99 right now. I doesn't look like he's really pushing too hard right now. I wonder if he's preferring that higher entry. It's costing him some spots, and track position is very important. At this track, it's still important, even though there's probably a factor of tire wear and such. But it being mostly one lane, it's not entirely one lane, but mostly one lane. Oh, is Lyle. He's going to get in the wall there. It's going to allow Lizasway to get around. As for 4th place, we'll see if he keeps running that higher entry. Maybe might have a bit of a benefit to doing that, opposed to kind of arcing it in the normal way, or the way that the rest of these drivers are doing it here in the top 5. Rox will kind of slide it in there. He's wearing out his tires a little bit more, I think. We'll see. Cameron Jamison there in 8th. 9th place, Brandon Beal. Running out of the top 10 right now. Neil Gallagher, last week's winner. And we got a battle here for 12th place as Scott Boyden and Crystal Bennett. A little bit of a lockup out of the 96. It looks like he's already got some damage on the right side of that car. Still fighting hard with Crystal Bennett for this position. Crystal's going to take a different entry. It's actually going to hurt them along that 96 to come back and clear. Nathan Hobbs, he is right there ready to pounce along with Sam Slesarski and the 97. I believe that's oh, there's another car in this field that that isn't up here in this battle. He's actually taking it down to pit road very early, lap 11 for him. He's the last running car. That's Kenneth Miller in the 8. Back to the front, not a lot of changes up here. The gap between Landon Lyle and Joshua Lizaswain, really the only big note here, as it is getting a bit bigger. I'm not sure if, I mean, you got to factor in, you got some guys that are managing at different paces. It comes down to pushing and not pushing as hard. I wouldn't say so much saving your stuff, but just kind of, I don't know, you might see some guys up here saving their stuff. I think TalhaDevYT, and he dropped back a lot early in this run. I think he dropped back too much too fast is what I'm thinking, but if he's able to keep up, it might not matter anyway, but we'll see. Yeah, this top 4 is just all together. Not a lot changed among these guys right now. Battle for 12th back, or actually I think it's a battle for the 11th place. Yeah, my apologies. Yeah, these two are still going at it. Crystal Bennett and Scott Boyden. And like I said, Nathan Hobbs and Sam Slesarski are right there ready to pounce. And it looks like they're still side by side. Nathan Hobbs looks like he had a little bit of an edge trying to get underneath that 84 there. Thought better of it. They're still side by side. This is a really interesting battle. I mean, I say for last. I mean, it is essentially last, but I mean, there's still battles on this racetrack that are still worth looking at. You see, you got, I believe it's a 15-car grid. A lot more than just the guys up front. And now Nathan Hobbs, he's going to try his take at this position here, trying to get underneath that 84. He's going to back off a little bit more on entry, and I wonder if that is trying to preserve his tires a bit more. This is 84. Missed the corner of quite a bit. That's going to allow Nathan to actually clear on exit. 84 had a run. He's going to try keep it on the top once more. Nathan being very, very reserved right now, not making anything too aggressive, just holding his own, doing what he needs to right now. Gets in the wall, and then a crossover from the 84 Crystal Bennett. He changed up front. So far, nothing. Except for TalhaDevYT has gotten around Landon Lyle. In fact, he has not made any gains on the top 4. Speaking of top 4, we got a pass for position. That is for P3, Joshua Lizaswain and William Viola. But William Viola not giving it up. Oh, bit of a slide right into the 71. Single car. Unless anything changes, we will likely be staying green. I think that is probably a factor of, I mean, you got someone you're racing really hard for position. One guy doesn't want you to, you got to hold your line in a sense. I think the 71 was trying to make sure they didn't give too much room to allow that 54 to progress, and I don't believe that 54 was taking it or ready for it, and they just kind of collided in that 71 went around. Now the 54 having an issue. They've went around. Cameron Jamison in synchronized fashion has also went around. Oh, a tough break for Liziswin as they're still spinning out as their tires are just really heated up right now. That's going to really throw a wrench into this thing right now. I think they're going to go ahead and park it. It looks like they have done so. So in this top 4 has now turned into a top 2 after those chain of events. We're not even halfway through the fuel run. It's now Gino Bononi and Thomas Troxel. Next up on the list, that is TalhaDevYT. Dadgum, I thought Lyle was going to pile drive him there. But yeah, Talha, he saved his stuff, or I would say saved his stuff a little bit more throughout that run, but I think Lyle hasn't really dropped back. He's keeping up with him for right now. And then Garson Muyung in 70 has also been on the gaining strategy right now. So we'll see where this puts them. But so far, they're looking pretty good as long as they don't hit the wall anymore. Yeah, this battle for P3 may be starting to heat up here soon. Good thing I checked the front when I did, because that was getting spicy. We still got this battle going on for, which is now going to be 10th place after all that. Nathan Hobbs is still up here battling. And then you got Sam Cesarski also right there. Scott Boyton has pulled away from that. William Viola has dropped down to 8th. I'm not going to say the race is essentially over. There's room for strategy to be made to where they could probably come out of here with a solid finish. But I will say that set them back quite a bit. Yeah, essentially only really one big cluster of cars to really look at right now. As you see, the 70 have a big slide off of 4. It's gonna hurt the tires a bit. Yeah, the 20, 99, and 70, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 1st and 2nd have, for the most part, checked out. And Troxel's, I think, going with this strategy is just follow the leader, see what he's doing, and just kind of replicate it. I think that's a good way of going about it. We'll see how far this run goes with these two. Oh, so we got a spinner. The 31 of Cameron Jamison has went around on the front straightaway. Yeah, get the heat in those tires. The car doesn't run as well in terms of how you steer it and how you turn it. And I think, oh, he's got a tire down. Cameron Jamison, flat tire. That is not going to be fun to limp around. Running, well, he actually wasn't running too good, but not going to be running any better now, but hopefully he's able to limp it back to pit road. That thing, that's going to put a big, going to hurt. So I think this is going to force a lot of some of these guys into 2-stop strategies. And then normally I wouldn't really talk about it too much since the main, you see 84 Crystal Bennett, she's going to come in and join in on that, as I was saying. But I don't know if it, I can't say for sure which is going to be the winning strategy, but I think with these spins and you know, maybe areas of getting lockups, other stuff like that, two-stop calls may be what we might be seeing out of a decent bit of this field, and that's why I think it's a bit more significant than normal, because obviously the leaders, I think they're going to go for the 1-stopper. I ate my words there. I think Carson's going to go for the 2-stopper. I was saying before, I don't know what the tires are going to look like. I didn't practice this, but if they're as bad as some of these guys are thinking, as TalhaDevYT has checked out a little bit from Landon Lyle now, but if the tires are degrading as much as what's looking like right now, I mean, let's take a look at lap times here. So it's falling off about a second, under a second, Troxel. We're still like 10 laps, or I say 10 laps, still like 20 laps left on the gas tank, depending on how much you're pushing. And Troxel, I can't imagine his tires are in the best shape. He's been sliding around quite a bit, but he has had quite a bit of pace to make up for that. Speaking of pace, TalhaDevYT has turned on the jets. He is catching these guys. Someone in the chat saying something. Ah, the heart symbol's in the way. Hi Zach, I love you. I'm your biggest fan. Please say it back. I love you too, man. I love you too. Anyways, back to the race. We got more pit stops. Scott Boyden has taken his pit stop. He decided against repairing damage, which I think for a track position standpoint, I agree with that 100%. Damage is going to hurt you long term, but I think about the short term effects as well. And you don't want the short term to inadvertently, I mean, you got to think about, it takes a longer pit stop to repair that damage. And I think in his case, I think just not repairing it for right now is probably his best bet. As he gets around TalhaDevYT trying to go forward, putting himself back on the lead lap. Well, I was talking about Talha gaining on the 1 and the 24, but that has since not been continuing. So we might have seen the middle ground for Talha's rubber right now. As you see, his 97 is Sam Slesarski. I believe he's going to go lap down for the first time tonight. He lets the 24 of Gina Benoni around. Far up the road, it's going to be Nathan Hobbs. I believe he is, let's see, that's Nathan Hobbs. Oh, Nathan Hobbs is, he has not pit yet. You can tell some of these guys haven't pit and some of these guys have, and I think it's the big thing here to look at is strategy. You got some guys going for the 2 stop, some guys going for the 1 stop as Scott Boyden gets around that 1 car there. It's going to probably hurt the 1 pace-wise a bit, or at least where he was. Having to... Oh, and the 96 locks up in turn 1. That's gonna hurt him. I don't know the tire wear here, but based on what I've seen, based on how these guys are driving, it doesn't feel so great at the end of a run. See where that puts him. I think he'll have to probably hit pit road one more time before this race is said and done. Halfway is at 40, the end of the fuel run, and the 47. 96 is struggling right now. Like he goes 1 step forward and falls back 2 steps. And none of these guys are for position for him. He's just trying to get his lap back, put himself in a good spot towards his other competitors. I think the next car up the road for him. See. Yeah, 70 Garson Milyoung, who is way up there. I don't know, that might not be accurate actually. I don't know, unless they had to pit again. Dadgum, they are holding up the 24 at this point. That allows the 1 to get underneath. He's going to get loose, keeps it straight. Heck of a save, but unfortunately, that's going to cause the 31 to spin around, and TalhaDevYT is going to take that position. That 96 struggling with the car right next to the leaders, and that's going to that pretty much set Troxel in a really bad spot. He was able to save the car, but he has lost quite a bit of ground to the 20 and the 24. And I don't think the 24 was anticipating the 20 to catch him as quick as he has. Granted, it may not be an end-all be-all, but that's where we're at this point. I think they're going to cut it halfway. They might try doing a bit of an overcut. We will see. Maybe even a bit of an undercut. I mean, the door is open for them to make a move now, and I think it would be in a decent manner, put him in a good spot towards the end of the race, whichever ends up happening. Yeah, this battle of the lead has came down to Gino Benoni and TalhaDevYT. Boyden has finally pulled away a little bit. Nathan Hobbs right there. I don't believe he's for position on Boyden. Nathan Hobbs has not pit yet, so he's going to run this long as well, go for the one stop. Brandon Beal, he is in 10th. I believe he is going for the two-stopper, unless I'm just going based on where he is at track position-wise and guesstimating for some of these guys. It looks like Crystal Bennett may have gotten in an incident. They do not have a rear end anymore, as that has been taken off of the car. They're getting damage repair, so their race is going south pretty quick here. Sam Slesarski's in 9th. Jamison, who's had a very rough race so far, trying to bring it home, I think, is his goal at this point. We'll see. Gallagher, he's on 5th right now. I think he's going for the one stop as well. Speaking of one stop, Thomas Troxel, he's going to bring it into pit road. I think this is big for Troxel. He's lost a lot of that ground, had that half save. He's going to have to kind of force his hand a little bit more, pit a little earlier than these other guys, put himself in a good spot. Maybe try to see if he can't maneuver his way in this next run and to put himself a little closer to having a shot at the win. Meanwhile, Landon Lyle has, he's still holding on in 3rd. I think he's not really caught up a whole lot, but he's holding steady as Gino Benoni, our race leader, is going to head to pit road. TalhaDevYT's going to go for an overcut here. And it's going to lead a lap here tonight as well. I believe this is the first lap not led by Gino Benoni here tonight. See how these pit stops sort out, and I think the top 3 just pitting one lap after the other in no specific order. Obviously, Troxel got his hand forced a little bit, but still in the solid spot. I wonder if Gino's move was a bit more in reaction to that, as TalhaDevYT is still staying out. I think he's wanting to have the freshest tires he possibly can towards the end of this run, which I don't think is a horrible way of going about it. It just depends on how much track position he's going to lose from that. I think it's going to be what matters here. In fact, he's going to go ahead and go bring it down pit road, stays out 2 laps after the 24 Gino Benoni. There he is, Gino Benoni. Huh. Is he just getting unlapped? Okay, I was about to say, there's no way he just did that right then and there. Need to Landon Lyle? Question mark? No, he already pit. Alright, so Viola, maybe? Oh, 84's around. So Viola, I think, would inherit the lead from that. Probably gonna go for an overcut as well. That or might be, I mean, I don't think they're too, oh yeah, he's pitting now. He's gambling on if that's gonna cause a penalty or not. He's the only guy out of the leaders I've seen pit from that area of the track. See if he gets a penalty from that or not. If so, he's gonna be rough, but if not, new advantage found. Alright, so as things cycle out, I think Thomas, I don't know, who's gonna be the leader. Back on. Oh, Muyang? All over the place. There's so much strategy right now. I think the 70 is gonna inherit it here. I think after the 70 would be I don't know where Nathan Hobbs is, but I think Gino just is actually about to get around him here. There's Nathan Hobbs. He is in 2nd right now. Gino Benoni, he's gonna pass for position on that. Gino really executed pretty good on pit road there, despite Troxel's undercut. Troxel gained, he didn't gain much, but he gained a little. I think he gained a little bit overall. TalhaDevYT, that overcut, I don't think he lost a ton, but 2 laps, it can make a difference. We'll have to see how that's managed here between these guys. right now. I think it's going to come down to the 24, the 1, and the 20 as Nathan Hobbs is going to finally bring it down to pit road from, I think, 3rd or 4th place. So I think the longest run for anyone in this field would be out of the 03. He's going to have the freshest tires to end it all as well. I think Nathan Hobbs is pretty much right to the end of the fuel run, essentially. I can respect that move. TalhaDevYT, I think once this cycle's out, who wasn't? Oh yeah, Garson's still leading. I forgot about that. Yeah, so Garson, I think, hit like a lot earlier, so they're going for the 2-stopper. I could be wrong. They might have just pitted like a little earlier and just know they can make it to the end. I'm be honest, I don't entirely remember. But regardless, they're in the lead. Gino Benoni holding serve in P2. 3rd place belongs to Thomas Trucks right now. Cameron Jamison almost ate the pit wall, but thankfully he's alright. 4th place is going to belong to TalhaDevYT. Freshest tires out of the top 5. Unless Lyle pit after him, which I don't think he did. Lyle's in 5th. He's actually gaining a bit on Aziz overall. Yeah, that 6, that 84 is loosey-goosey. I know they're already struggling already with the handling, but without that rear end, it lowers that rear downforce a bit, and that's going to affect that handling even more, making that thing even more of a struggle to drive here, especially as those tires wear out more. We'll have to see how they manage that for the remainder of this. Cameron Jamison on pit road still. Neil Gallagher still holding on in 6th place. And 7th place is the 71 of William Viola. Nathan Hobbs, 11th place. I believe he is a lap down. Yeah, he's the first car lap down, so if there was a caution at any point here, he would be the next guy to get it. Brandon Beal in 8th place. 9th place belonging to Scott Boyden. And that's the rest of the field on the lead lap. I believe Sam Slesarski has... I believe he just pit and went a lap down. Yeah, he's a lap down now, just now taking his pit stop. So I think he went, I don't know what strategy he was on, but we'll have to see. Because I know some of these guys, I'm pretty sure a couple of these guys, I don't think anyone up front, but a couple of these guys may have to pit again because they pit a lot earlier. I highly doubt they could make it to the end, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Nevertheless, Garson Muyoung still holding on to that top spot with a Gino Benoni in tow, and he is catching. Thomas Troxel, he's also not really seeing any big gains in the rest of these guys in these top 5. They're kind of spread out, but they're kind of at the same time not too far apart. Ooh, 24 I think was trying to see if he could get underneath that 70 on the exit. 70 has been holding firm, just I think pace-wise, is where they're struggling right now with the tire fall off. Gonna go low here, doesn't quite clear. 70's still got the run off. Boyden making the mistake again in front of the leaders. He's about to go a lap down. That 70 playing just that little bit of defense. Troxel is here now. I was about to say he's catching. No, he's here. It only took a couple laps. That 24 knows he has to get around this 70. That 70 is playing a very defensive game right now. This might be what the one needs. Oh, he's on the top. Here comes Thomas Troxel for second place. He has that spot, but can he clear into turn one? He's going to close the door on the 24 Gino Bononi. Scott Boyden on the bottom in front. Garson, I think, is going to really frustrate Gino because essentially just lets the one by, but I think that's just a factor of the 70 just catching a break there. Or not catching a break, but the one catching a break with how the 70 had to enter the corner. They're going to pit now. As once again I had mentioned, they're probably going for the two-stopper. Talha Aziz gained a little bit from that, and I think Landon Lyle also gained a tad bit from that. Top 5 all within 4 seconds of, well, aside from the 70, I forgot the 70 pit, but top 4 all within 4 seconds of each other. And those gaps are closing. So Thomas Troxel with that has taken the lead. He's sliding the tires a bit. That's gonna, can't be doing that. But he's got a decent gap on the 24 right now. We'll see, see if that closes it all. Oh, he really struggled there in turn one. That alone is going to allow the 24 to gain all that time back up. He is underneath the one of Thomas Troxel for the lead. He's going to try to play defense here. Run a higher line. He's going to make good work of it. But how much of those tires did he lose from that? Talha Aziz, he's gaining a bunch of time from this battle. He's waiting in the wings. I think Gino trying to diamond that corner, get a run going. He's got one right here. He's going to go low here into turn one. For the lead once again. Troxley's going to push the issue a bit, try to pin him as low as he can, but the tires, I think Gino just has a bit of a tire advantage right now. Not to mention the bottom line is a bit more preferred than the top. Still side by side between the two. Aziz is right there in third. 20 to go next time by, and this ain't over yet. I mean, we got a battle for the lead, and it's not even getting close to the end. I think this isn't the end here. There's still more to go. There's still 20 more laps these guys have to make sure their tires are able to hold on for. Don't want to use it all right now just to control the pace. Or control the race, rather. Bit of a bobble out of the one. Makes you wonder how Aziz going to approach this. He's going to approach it a bit differently. He's going to have a higher entry. Oh, and the 24 might have made a mistake. Here comes the one on the bottom. The 20 on the top. Battle for the lead. Back at it again. Troxel on the bottom this time. Car up high. That is spun out. That is Cameron Jamison. I don't believe he hit anybody. I believe we will stay green. And Troxel is back to the lead. Brandon Beal down pit road. Oh, bit of slide away is Talha. He pushed it too hard. That's going to cost him quite a bit of time, and it might negate any advantage he might have had from having those 2-lap fresher tires as well. We'll have to see. Again, we still got quite a bit of racing left to go. Landon Lyle, he's still back there as well. We don't know what he has left. Does he have anything for these guys? Regardless, this battle for the lead is still hot off the press. I say hot off the press. It's still pretty hot right now. They both slide it right there, Gino and Troxel. They're so loose. The tires, I think Troxel a little bit more. They're just starting to give out a little bit. That grip is just starting to decay. Harder to get that power down. Still successful at it. Talha, he hasn't really been gaining a lot, and I think that little half save he had to do, I don't know how much it killed his tires, but I imagine it did a bit. Here comes the one. He had a bobble. This is going to allow the 24 underneath him once again. Side by side for the lead with 15-ish to go, something like that. Troxel, he's just going to let him have it. No, he's going to go underneath him. Oh, wow, the crossover. Talha Aziz right there in third. He is loving this. And don't look now. Here comes that 99 sandwich machine of Landon Lyle. He's not out of this. This 3-car fight could easily turn into a 4-car fight. As the 1 and the 24 are still going at it. I think 24 faking a little bit into 1. Trying to see if he can get that 1 car out of the groove. And Aziz is once again back in third, right here, right behind these guys. Ready for them to make a mistake. Which I think they've been making little mistakes here and there. That's what's been making this battle for the lead so interesting here. It's just coming down to who makes the least mistakes. I think it's going to come down to whoever is able to just come out on top and able to pull away. Essentially, I don't think it's that cut and dry. I think it's going to come down to just a lot of things here. And we're getting down to it. 10 to go is just a few laps away. And you got to remember that it's not just a short run. That's a little bit of these tires are old. Remember Talha, he took that overcut. Granted, he locked the tires up. That might have negated some of his advantage. I don't know how much. But I think he and Lyle are in the best spot here if these two make a mistake or, it's a line or something like that. At 24 being all very patient right now. I've said it before. I know it's getting close to 10 to go. When do you turn on those last jets? When do you put the last cards on the table? You don't want to put too many cards on the table. When it comes down to it, you don't have any cards left to put in the stack. It's a fine line, and these guys are running on the edge of it. Oh, and the 1, he's sideways right in front of the 24. That's going to do it for Thomas Troxel. Very unfortunate turn of events right in front of the 37 and the 70. He's going to hold up both of those guys. I'm not sure he intended to do that, but that's just how the cookie crumbled there. Just too much of a slide, got those rear tires towed out, and that's what did it. But meantime, Talha Aziz to the lead over Gino Bononi. He's going to try to make a run down to the bottom. He's going to try to dive it in. Fakes, or not fakes, but he's going to break a little earlier there. Talha, he's going to make that high side work. Here comes Landon Lyle in the 99. '24 is going to clear. Lap car Nathan Hobbs ahead. Here comes Landon Lyle. Haven't really seen him all race. I can't tell if he's been pushing from a distance or saving to get up here. Hasn't really been up here all race, so it could be one or the other. We don't really know what he has in his back pocket. But he's here regardless. Talha, I just think that they, oh, and Nathan Hobbs and Lyle get together a little bit off of 2. That's going to hold him up a bit. Talha trying to put something for Gino, but Gino, he's been able to hold force ahead. We're going to return at 4 laps to go. That is getting close. I think that 24 just running a bit of a better line right now. And I think at this point where we're at, that's what it's going to come down to. Oh, he makes a bit of a mistake. Runs a little higher. The 20, I think, ran a little too low there. He is wobbling a bit through these corners. Lyle has lost time to these 3 now. I'm thinking it might have been the latter I was talking about. He might have cooked his stuff as much as these guys. It's just gonna come down to who cooks it the least and who manages it the best. And right now it looks like Gino has been doing just that. 4 wide almost, just with lap cars. Them lap cars on the top. Playing a bit of a factor here. Talha really loose on the exit with the arrow. That's going to put him in a really rough spot. They're going to hold him up a bit. I mean, heck, that might just be all she wrote. We'll have to see. You know, he's starting to run a little bit wider lines to get better exits here. That or he just made a mistake. Lyle sitting at 3 wide through lap cars. He's still going. Garson Muyung, who went with a 2-stop, he's not for contention for the win. But he's catching these guys as well. Gonna try to get his lap back. I don't think he's gonna get too aggressive with that. 3 to go at the line. That 20 is just almost borderline fishtailing off these corners. It's just killing the tires. This kind of shows how much is left. Really diving in here, trying to find some kind of grip, some kind of pace. We've now hit 3 to go, 2 laps to go at the stripe this time around. Talha just trying to find anything on this track, find any type of grip, anything. He found something. That's big. 2 to go. Will Talha have anything for Gino? Coming to the white flag next time by. Talha, he's kind of there, but he just hit the wall. That might be all she wrote. White flag in the air for Gino Bononi. A few more Hail Marys out of the 20 car. I don't think it's going to be enough. He's got some kind of run. I just don't think it's going to happen right here. He kept it close. But in the end, oh, they're kind of side by side. Talha with a little bit of a run, but not going to be enough. Gino Bononi is going to win it here at Chicago Motor Speedway. I think if Talha was just able to put that together a little bit sooner, maybe execute it a little bit differently, he might have been able to make something work. But essentially, in the end, Gino Bononi just able to manage his position and keep that lead. I can't find my friggin' Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say they don't like this track, but there's heck put on a really good performance there. Daggone, he just disappeared into thin air. Daggone. Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to open up my OBS on my computer because the OBS on my phone runs like you would think. Runs like how you think OBS on a phone. It runs how you think it would. So let's go ahead. That Talha, I think, just needed a little bit more. He might have had him, but he put on a good fight. Photo for Strace. I didn't tell anyone I was broadcasting, so I don't even know if they are aware. But I will check the waiting room regardless. I don't know if we're gonna get Gino, but we'll go ahead and bring in TalhaDevYT while we're waiting.
User was moved to your channel.
Mr. TalhaDevYT, got a copy?
I got you.
Or very quiet. I'm gonna.
Hang on. Let me just. Okay, how's that now? My mic.
That's infinitely better. Yes.
My mic's. Sorry, my mic's on again.
Yeah. Well, you took the overcut. You caught up, but I think in the end, I think he just outdrove you. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, he absolutely outdrove me. He drove a great race, all race. Yeah, I was hoping the pressure tires would work, which it did, because there was a moment I got very loose and I had to stay in the car, and that slightly killed a bit of my tire. But I was still able to catch back up to Gino and Troxel. But then, like, basically when I got behind Gino, it was just really hard to get by him. I had a couple of chances on him, but he was able to counteract both a few of those chances as well. So, great battle with him. I'm glad this battle ended a lot more cleanly after our last battle we had last season at Portland. I didn't want a repeat of that, so yeah, still fun. I'll take P2. I thought I was gonna kind of be in for a rough race because I just, like, in this start, I dropped back so many spots. I kind of felt like I was like, I thought I was doing something wrong, but then I just kind of reeled those guys back in really quickly. I was like, oh, okay, I'll take that, I guess. So yeah, no, it was a fun race today, for sure.
Well, I didn't have any other questions for you specifically. Did you have any other thoughts you wanted to say?
The track was fun. Like, I was a bit, like, superstitious, if that's the word, first about it, because, you know, and everything, but it's honestly pretty fun, especially in the long run. That was quite fun, and yeah, I'll take a P2, and I usually struggle on these types of tracks, so.
Well, congrats on the podium, and see you when we see you.
Thank you for broadcasting.
User disconnected from your channel.
Next up, we got 8th place finisher Brandon Beal.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Brandon, you got a copy?
I do.
All right. Well, 8th place finish. Didn't seem like there was anything too crazy going on in your race.
Well, that's what you think.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, there were some battles here and there I was seeing, but ultimately I didn't really see anything too crazy. But what was your thoughts on that race?
Well, I'll tell you what, I've never driven a race car harder in my entire life, and nor have I stressed about it, because I was fighting the car the entire race just from not to not spin it out. Because it was just so loose, like incredibly loose, that like every time I hit the gas or even like hit the brakes a little bit, like it wants to just step out and get sideways. So it was really just me fighting the car all race long, and I was just trying to ride around and see what I can get, and I somehow managed a top 10. And yet again, I'm still a top 10 merchant, literally everywhere I go. Yay!
Hey, it's better than not finishing top 10, right?
That's true. I'm more impressed I finished the race because, especially with no mistakes, because I think like 2 or 3 times I almost lost it, like just because I could barely get the car to rotate and do what I wanted it to, and just I don't know. It was just really loose the entire race, but glad to finish, no matter what.
Well, uh, yeah, I know. I was seeing some guys get pretty loose there towards the end of these runs, but yeah. Other than that, I didn't really have any other questions for you. Do you have anything else you wanted to say?
I'll probably be here next week for Michigan. I don't know if you're gonna stream it or not, but if
I
you
don't know
do,
yet either.
I don't know. But yeah, I'll be here next week. I'd like to thank my guys, Wendy's and Jump Blue and all my sponsors that hop on board. Hopefully next week we do. I don't know, maybe improve to a top 5. We'll see.
Great. Well, congrats on the top 10, and see you then.
All right, I'll see you.
User disconnected from your
All right,
channel.
let's go ahead and bring in. Looks like a race winner has joined the waiting rooms. Let's go ahead and bring him in.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
Hey, Gino, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, P1. I'm not gonna lie. That battle there for the last like 20 laps was pretty interesting. Looks like you came out on top. What was your thoughts on all that?
I mean, my battle with Troxel and Tala there at the end, this is one of the most fun battles I've had in a long time, so very enjoyable. Obviously, I'm going to enjoy it a little more since I came out on top of that, but I think they both would agree that that was a very fun battle. Yeah, just a very fun battle. Came out on top, almost threw it away in the last corner, but I think Tala got a little excited with the throttle there on exit and managed to bring home another W in this league.
Done. And I've heard people in the past not be big fans of this track, but just from your personal opinion, like this track is ran. I remember it being ran in like season 1. Hasn't been ran every season since, but just from this race, do you feel like that might, you know, do you feel like this race improved your overall opinion of the track, or did you already kind of feel like this track was pretty good overall in your own personal opinion?
The first time we came here, we still had the heavily gripped up version, so I didn't like that version. I don't think anyone did. But ever since we ripped the grip off of it, it ended up being pretty fun to drive. This latest version, I think, being the best version we've come to run at this Chicago Speedway. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially on the long run when the rears start to go away. I think it's a very good track. I know not everyone loves it, but I think it's a track I tend to like. I know it's not a track I am the best at, but I think I can handle a long run on it pretty decent. And honestly, Tala was a little surprising to me. I didn't expect Tala to be that good in the long run. I think Tala might have been the best driver all day. If you want me to be perfectly honest, I think it got a little difficult to pass at times. But other than that, I thought it was a very good track. I'd love to come back here again.
Hopefully, we'll see it on the schedule for next season. Did you have any other question or not questions? Do you have anything else you wanted to say before we move forward?
Just thanks to Troxel and Tala for putting on a great fight with me. That was a lot of fun and overall clean racing as well. Most important part of that, clean racing.
Right. Well, congrats on the win. I mean, you just did what you needed to, came out up top. I don't really have anything else to say to you, but yeah, congrats on the win, and we'll see you next time, man.
Thank you, and thank you for broadcasting. I didn't know we were getting that tonight.
Yeah, just kind of on the spot kind of thing. But yeah, see you next time, man.
See ya.
Buddy
Right,
left
let's
your
go
channel.
ahead and bring in our 5th place finisher who was running in a chance at the win. Slipped it out from underneath him a little bit late in the running. Thomas Troxel.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
Hey, Mr. Troxel, you got a copy?
I do.
Turn you up a little bit.
No, I'm not talking loud. I can just mic up.
There
we go. Okay.
There we go. All right. Well, you looked like you had a good race going, and then it kind of fell apart. At least you came home 5th, but I can imagine you were thinking it would have been a little bit more than that there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's good to come home 5th, but in a race with only 15 cars and the people I'm trying to battle for the championship finish top 5 consistently. It's a little leaves a little bit of a sour taste in your mouth. I mean, I didn't really expect to be that fast, to be honest. When we loaded in the track and started practicing, I spun out twice in turn 3, which is ironic, but I thought it was going to be one of those races because the last time I came to Chicago, I had a pretty poor car, but or at least pretty poor races, I should say. But getting the ability to run up there with Gino and have that amazing battle in the second half of the race with Gino and Tala, but mainly with Gino, it was extremely fun to make the pass on 3 line and stuff. I know that had to be exciting for you.
Oh yeah, no.
And you don't usually when you stream Caesars, you don't get something like that.
Yeah, no, like 20 to go. It was just
it was absolutely balls to the wall between us two and I guess Tala was there, but they really didn't start racing until I was gone. But yeah, I mean, spinning out there with 11 to go kind of really does suck. It kind of makes you rethink everything you're doing in NR.
Yeah.
And if you want to continue racing, but it sucks. But at least I knew I was fast. I've been improving on my long run pace a lot more recently, but I keep making the same mistakes I always have with. I mean, the self-spin at USA, the thing that was completely out of my control at Talladega with the game crash and then my power going out, and then here today leading the race and spinning out. It sucks. It very much sucks. I don't want to say it's totally out of my control yet, because it's definitely not, but I'm going to definitely need Dino and Tala and Lyle to miss another race or something like that if I really want to have any resemblance of a shot at that championship, because right now I'm in the points lead, technically, but with the drop races I'm 7 back from Gino and just about 5 or 4 back from Tala and Lyle. So it's I kind of dug my own grave. I have to try to find my way out of it, but it happens. We're going to Michigan next week. Michigan's a good track of mine. I just hope I can possibly go there and stop making these stupid mistakes that I've been making my whole career. So
yeah, no.
Hopefully the norm changes, but they call it the norm for a reason. It usually doesn't change. So, but we'll go into Michigan with hopefully a little bit higher spirits and try to see if we can get something done there.
I mean, I feel like if you genuinely put the right amount of time, the right amount of effort in, eventually things are going to turn around.
Yeah, but I've been trying for 2 years now since I got on wheel, and it hasn't turned around yet. So we're really hoping
eventually,
eventually
4
something
years.
will change. It's been 2 years since I've been on the wheel in NR, and I keep making the same stupid mistakes. But it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll be better. We'll go into Michigan, and we'll work on it. That was a great battle, though. I was very happy about that battle when I kept talking to Gino and telling him how good of a battle we were having.
Yeah, y'all put on a good show. Those last 20 laps, I was like, daggone, they're still battling.
Yeah,
10 to go.
Usually it's just man, I burned up my stuff, and then Gino flies by me. But that track was I loved how that drove after I figured it out. It was really fun to drive. I hope we go back here next season, because I kind of want to avenge the self-spin from the lead when I had the race completely in control. But
right.
It happens. I'll be upset about that. Just haven't had a very good streak of not wrecking myself and screwing up my own race the past year. So hopefully I start figuring it out. But knowing me, it's probably going to take a little more torture to get through it. But the beatings will continue until morale improves, and morale isn't improving. So, I mean, it might be trending in the right direction because I just got to realize that I do have the pace to be up there and battle with those guys, but I just need to stop making the mental mistakes and getting the brain fog when it comes down to the thick of it. I could have probably like 20 more wins if I was any better. It was in any better mental state while racing than I am. So,
Right.
but
right.
yeah,
I mean, you put on a show, you did everything you needed to today, just came down to one little mistake. I mean, sometimes it's just how it is.
yeah. Like I said, though, it sucks, but we'll go to Michigan next week, and hopefully we'll be able to avenge that self-spin and probably self-spin a little closer to the point of return next time. So,
Yeah.
but eventually we'll move it out of the race. Like we'll self-spin on like the last lap one time from the lead, and I think that'll be probably about it for all the self-spinning.
That would hurt, honestly.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, like, it Travis Troxley spins on the... That would suck.
That would I would not be surprised if that happened. That knowing me, that would be the least surprising thing in the world.
I've seen so many different things happen to different people. I think I've seen like Tala one time, he like blew an engine in one league, like on the last lap. I've seen like people spin on the last lap, and just I myself have done this a lot where I try to pass somebody and then I completely clean them out, including myself.
Yeah.
So that's something you gotta watch out for.
Usually, I think it was like Essex, Michigan, when I could still race Essex. I was battling Merkel and Jolene in the mile for the lead because that was a really fun battle between us four. And then I turned down on Jolene in turn one on the last lap, and because I thought I was like completely certain I was going to win that race, and I turned myself off Jolene, and I think wrecked me and Jolene, and then took out like 4 other people. But you know, it was good. You continue to make these mistakes and try not to improve on them at all. But I'm hopefully gonna do something about it. So you just gotta hope that I come into next Thursday a little happier.
Yeah. And someone ought to make like a racing school or something.
Yeah, like there was a guy back in the day was putting out tutorials on it in 2003. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, something happened to him. I don't know. Something.
But yeah, I'll take a P5. I know it could have been a lot more, but it for what it's worth, at least I didn't finish outside the top 5. But yeah, I can't really be happy about a P5 when I know I could have won the race if I just didn't stick my head in the sand.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, that's just a rough way to go. But yeah. Congrats on at least the top 5. And I don't really have any other questions for you, but good luck next week, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to hold the points lead next week.
Maybe, it is Michigan.
It's getting crunch time, but I'm good at Michigan, so. But yeah, thank you again for streaming. I'm glad the one race you show up for, you were able to see the great battle that we had. So.
Yeah.
Buddy disconnected from your channel.
That brother gone. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I lost my train of thought, but yeah, I'm probably gonna stream like one more race this season. I'm kind of taking a break right now because I myself am deflated from racing, so I have decided to take a break from that. Other than that, that is everybody that was wanting interviewed. I know we haven't broadcasted since IFAR, and everybody's in a pretty long hiatus. The next Gnarl race is a week from tomorrow. IFAR is to be determined. There's been no scheduled release of that yet. And this is really the only other league I broadcast on a consistent basis. I was going to try to do Quarrel the other Sunday, but something came up, so I wasn't able to do that. Or no, I was watching the San Diego race. That's why. I was like, man, I'll watch NASCAR. I think that's like one of the first times I'd like prioritize watching a NASCAR race over like anything ever. Or not ever, but like anything in like years, because I've just not been fond of watching NASCAR for so long, but they've stepped it up. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe if you enjoyed. If you didn't enjoy, like, subscribe anyway, because why not? And let's kind of get to the schedule going here, because I know there's nothing I am scheduled to broadcast until maybe next week. So we might go like a week or so without any broadcast from this channel, unless I mean, tonight was spontaneous. I wasn't planning on broadcasting till like last minute, so it might be like same thing next week or something like that. But yeah, I do know this Tuesday BPNR has their finale. That'll be on Victor's channel. And then Bud tomorrow is also going to be on Victor's channel. They're going to Watkins Glen. And I think they're going to be on next week, obviously. Yeah, honestly, not a lot in terms of broadcasting going on right now, but yeah, like I said, we'll see y'all guys next time, and yeah, have a good one.